We're Group 27. My name is Josh Kaluta.
My name is Matthew Whalen.
My name is Jonathan Lee.
My name is Justin Poole.
So our project is on deep water well perforation cleanouts and which type is most effective and most cost efficient. So our project management approach, this is a year-long project and it focuses on which type of well perforation cleanout is most effective. Our first semester is mainly planning. Second semester is focused on execution, such as research and data and meeting with key stakeholders and vendors. It's very important that each member do his part, and the project management plan clearly states what duties are to be done by whom. And just to make sure that everyone is on the same page, weekly meetings are held to discuss what has been done and what needs to be done. So our project scope. The scope of this project is in planning, testing, and researching of any data and info supplied or found. All this must be done within the project parameters, and the group must follow the time schedule set out by the project management plan. The final project scope entails a completed project management plan and project charter, YouTube video presentations, and completed research and data. And our milestone list. So our milestones are very important to the project for many reasons. Number one, following this schedule will result in a smooth transition from week to week. And we have many milestones on our list, therefore we have a very strict timeline that must be followed. Everything has to be completed in accordance with the schedule. And of course, some items are subject to change, but this can only happen through all members and project mentor approving of the change. So our schedule baseline and work breakdown structure. Our work breakdown structure organizes all the work that needs to be completed and the order that it needs to happen in. And we've created a work breakdown dictionary that helps to define and clearly states what each work package means in the work breakdown structure. And our schedule baseline provides a reference point for managing project progress as it pertains to the schedule and timeline of our project.
Our change management plan details the process one must go through if he wishes to edit the overall project. Before one can propose a change, he must consider the certain constraints our project has, such as the budget and the deadline and data available to us. To ensure all changes are handled properly, we have 3 clearly defined roles for our team. First, our change manager will be done by the project mentor. He will approve any major changes proposed to the project or any tiebreakers between the group. Second, there'll be an evaluation process done by the rest of the group members versus the change proposed. If the change is proposed, it will be enacted to the project. If it is denied, it will be shut down. Our communication management plan will ensure that all our team members are properly informed on our project status. This will enable us we have clearly identified the specific vehicles of communication each member must use in order to alert other team members on certain updates and reports. This will ensure that we all have the key information we need to complete the project on time. Our cost management plan will be used to ensure our project comes in under budget. Our budget is based off of initial estimates we've made on expenses we will expect to encounter during the spring semester. To ensure our budget is managed properly, I've taken it upon myself to overrun our budget for the spring semester, and hopefully we'll be able to keep the cost down. Our procurement management plan details what we must do to compile all the data required to complete this project. Our data will be coming mostly from our project mentor, Joe Sarrier, and his Shell contacts. We will have multiple conference calls and face-to-face meetings with Joe and his contacts at Shell to ensure all the data we receive is up to date and complete.
A project scope management plan is very important and essential to projects of this size. It allows us to monitor and control the scope that we have previously defined for our project, as well as making sure that we stay on track with our work breakdown structure. Controlling the scope is the main point, however, of the project scope management plan, because it allows us to handle any changes and manage changes that we may come across throughout the project. And for this project, the scope management plan will be the responsibility of a combined effort of all of our team members. And once we decide on the necessary changes. We will run them by our our project manager, and he will assist us by telling us if that will be a necessary change or will be beneficial to our project in any manner. Next is the schedule management plan, and for that I have divvied up roles and responsibilities table, which can be seen in our project management plan. And what that does is just basically breaks down certain roles and responsibilities of each member of the team, and allows us to have a easily viewed way of how we're going to be going about our project, so we can communicate to one another our progress. Next is the quality management plan, and that is the process by which we're going to make sure and ensure that we deliver our project in an acceptable standard and manner. And without the quality management plan, work may be completed poorly and not efficiently. And through this, we are just basically following the rubrics and the templates that we've been given on Moodle, and to ensure that we are doing the necessary tasks that need to be completed for our stakeholders. And finally is the risk management plan. And now with every project of this size, when we started, we decided on a few risks that our project was going to have, such as maybe not being able to find all of our data that is necessary, or even being able to find a definitive answer to what we're trying to research. And in this, we've made a risk register, which also can be seen in our project management plan, which we've kind of divvied up how serious some of the risks are and possible solutions to each of our risks. We've managed to complete a few of our risks and move on from there, and however, we still have a few that are open, and we're trying to work on better solutions for them.
For our staffing management plan, we decided to go with a matrix structure. This is because we realized the importance of having a project manager that can make the day-to-day decisions that would be too tedious for a group to handle, deciding every little thing together. And then for the bigger items, we would look at it as a group and come to a decision as a group, instead of the project manager having full reign over every decision. The various positions within our staffing management plan include the project mentor, who oversees the entire project and the direction it's headed. And then we have the project manager, who deals with a lot of the day-to-day things, making sure meetings are going as planned, leading the meetings. We also have our data acquisitioners, who gather all the data needed from Shell, from SPE articles, anything that might be useful for the project, and making sure our data analyzers, the fourth position, have enough information to look at all the details of what they have gathered and come up with a solution to the perforating project. For our cost baseline, we decided there wouldn't be a need for a cost baseline. That is due to the recent downturn in the oil and gas industry. Our group did not receive any funding from Shell for this project. So with that, there's not going to be any sort of cost baseline associated with this project.
The resource calendar is created to show the various amounts of work required by different parts of the project team. As seen on the screen, group members, project mentor, and various Shell contacts all have various amounts of work hours laid out per week. As you can see in this slide, the expected workload for the group members is continuously increasing all the way to 8 hours per week in the final weeks of 31st and 32nd week, when the project will be due. This project must meet a certain criteria called the quality baseline. It is important to clearly define the minimum standards of the project, and this is what we have done with our project mentor. He has laid out that we must look at least 25 wells in Deepwater Gulf of Mexico and research at least 7 different SPE articles, along with talking with different vendors and industry experience.